Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball, presented by EY. Gorgeous day in Dallas, Texas. Week 2 of Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball wraps up here at Fair Park Coliseum. Odyssey Sims loose and ready to go, looking for her second win as the purple team captain, while Lexi Hull, the former blue team captain, her defensive prowess hopes to carry over and deliver a win for Team Cloud. We welcome you courtside. Brendan Glasheen, Ari Chambers, and Janae Sims will join us on the sidelines today. We have been treated, Ari, to 4 fantastic basketball games over the last couple of days.
It's been so close, but what more can you ask for with a league that's so elite? The players, they know themselves now, switching teams every week. What's the point differential, Brendan? About
3.5.
3.5 points. That is from start to finish, knowing that you're going to have a great game. This is insane to me because we get to see everybody's strengths be utilized. We get to see the captains and how they feed off of each other and their players. We see them really pull the confidence out in their players, and that's something that I have been really looking forward to this week, seeing how the captains bring out the best in their players.
3 of those 6 in that 6 of 10 note at the top have been decided by 4 points or less this weekend. Zaya Cook has been tremendous for Team Sims, accepting her role but being rewarded, and she moved 8 spots up the leaderboard yesterday.
You know, I talked about how captains really impact their players, and I'm going to continue to talk about this, but Zaya has grown into the confident player that she is because of Odyssey telling her, hey, I want you to get busy. That's a direct quote from Odyssey. I want you to get busy. You can do what you want on my team. Whatever you do best, I want you to do it. But Lexi Brown told me before the game that she likes being on Natasha's team because last year she played some of her best games on Natasha's team. And she said Natasha Cloud is a great point guard, which we all know her leadership is untouched, but she keeps everybody confident and gets hers and makes sure that she pops off, and that's what you saw with Lexi Brown this week.
Her 6 3-pointers tied an AU single game record. Both teams are 1-1. Team Sims, Team Cloud, lineups and tip coming up next. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is sponsored by EY. Ready to go here at the Coliseum in Dallas, Texas. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. Team Sims 1-1, Team Cloud 1-1, and it's neck and neck in the leaderboard ranks with Natasha Cloud at the point, second on the leaderboard coming into today. Odyssey Sims in 4th, same starters as yesterday. Kirsten Bell, Bluetooth connection with Odyssey, coming off a career best 26 points. Cook, Carson, and Amihir, who is second in the league in rebounding now. Cloud, Brown, Hull, Young, and Bulgak.
I'm starting to think this Bluetooth connection might not just be Odyssey and KB. It might be the whole team. We've seen the best out of all of them this week, honestly.
Without question, second straight week, Cook and Amihir wear the purple jersey, being united with week 1 gold jersey players in Bell and Sims. Our officials for our first game to wrap up week 2, Eric Alig, JD Rawls, and Lauren Namire. Tip corralled by Team Sims. Odyssey #1 in AU this season in assists with 48.
Both of these teams are coming off of revenge games. And Odyssey said she laughed to Ty Young before the game and said there can only be one winner today.
Bulgak is fed, spins, can't bank it in. Oh, board, clean up, Duke Bulgak. Here is the leaderboard coming in. Bulgak, number 7 on the board, rises to 6th, just like that. Basically, any stat you can think of on the floor, you rise. Zia Cooke off the mark from 3, and to Ari's point, after today, we are at the halfway point of the 4-week AU season.
You know, when I was talking to Odyssey before the game about being 2 weeks in now, she said you can kind of honestly see the fatigue start setting in. And so her as a captain, she's taken it upon herself to make sure that her players stay energized. And that's through example. She wants to motivate them to play their best basketball.
Ty Young with a turnaround J to put Team Cloud ahead 4-zip in the opening minutes. Carson tries the midair pass, but turned it over. Fed to Hull, breaks loose. Bulgak again on the offensive glass. 10 points per offensive rebound on the leaderboard, and that leads to a Team Sims timeout. Where have we heard this before? A slow start for Team Sims. How does Odyssey regroup? We'll take a break, just underway. Game 1 of our doubleheader to wrap up Week 2, Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball. .6-0 run by Team Cloud to open up the action here at Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball. Reminder, 40 world-class athletes competing in what is playoff intensity each and every week. The innovative scoring system speaks to the leaderboard, which we will monitor throughout the course of the afternoon into the evening. Top 4-point scorers at the end of the week are named team captains for the following week. Brendan Glasheen, Ari Chambers, let's welcome in the third member of our team who was just in the Team Sims huddle, Janae Sims.
Thanks, Brendan. So yeah, as you guys could see, Team Sims needed a very quick timeout after the start of this game. Basically what our facilitator Simone was saying was, we need to bring the energy up. Maybe it's something with the time going back or whatever happened, but they need to crank it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was stressing. She was saying, I can see the fatigue that's kind of in my team, and let's just go out and just start punching first. And obviously, they've only gotten one shot attempt off previously, but she's trying to reignite them. I saw that happen.
Kirsten Bell gets Team Sims on the board. Important to score out of the timeout. We all lost that hour of sleep. We're all making that adjustment.
We're all angry at NC State losing. Sorry.
Lexi Brown, who made 6 threes yesterday, off the mark. Just going to let you do your thing and rant about that.
Oh, rant. Throughout the whole day, you'll get it.
Lexi Hull connects, shooting 43% from three-point land this season. Lexi's second year in AU, reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
And Natasha's really being so active on both ends of the floor. You saw her chase that ball down, get the ball to Lexi Hull. And then on the other end, being very pesky on defense. But right here, you know, tracking that ball down, getting it out to her teammate, where Lexi just shoot that thing. Lexi Hull doing Lexi Hull things, okay?
Both Lexis combined to shoot 9 of 13 from 3. And Team Cloud shot better from behind the arc than they did from inside the arc. Hull tries her best on the glass. Odyssey Sims sniffed that play out.
I've been really impressed with Lexi Hull's ability to get up and down the court. Every single time the play converts, I see her the first one down the court, just ready for that ball.
Bounce pass was crisp by Cloud, outlet to Hull. Tasha Cloud takes it. Rebound Sims. Natasha Cloud won her 13th career MVP in AU. Yesterday, ranks 4th in the league's history for most valuable player selections. Amihir has made 1 3 this season. Left it short.
Again, Lexi Hull always running the court, running the floor. Just always there for the outlet.
Bulgak proves she can stretch the floor. 6-3 of AU season #1 for Adut Bulgak.
And how about Lexi Hull being like a point guard's dream, just knowing that, you know, you can just get the ball down to her because she's going to be there. You don't have to worry about just all the extra nonsense. You know that you have the trust that she's going to beat everyone down the court.
Odyssey Sims, the bully ball mentality down the alley. Another note on Lexi Hull. You mentioned the hustle from defense to offense. Also keep in mind, she's one of the first players to hustle on the offensive glass.
Yes.
So I totally understand what you mean by her tenacity.
It just never stops. She has a motor. We always talk about motors, and especially for the captains, like Odyssey Sims obviously has a motor. Alicia Gray obviously has a motor. Natasha Cloud obviously has a motor, but Lexi Hull, her motor is just, the limit doesn't exist, okay? Next gear, next gear.
First time out for Team Cloud. Lead has been shriveled to 6. Season 3 is here, and so is the latest basketball gear. Visit shop.auprosports.com today for exclusive items and styles you won't find anywhere else. You can find a lot of information on auprosports.com, the latest up-to-date leaderboard, as well as each of the players' causes. Today is Cause Day. That is the theme of Day 3, weekend #2. And just to catch people up on what the athletes are playing for this weekend, and specifically today, all 4 weeks, AU will match each player's win bonus 100%, and they'll donate that total to each player's cause. And the player also benefits individually. So AU will match, and it's a great way to initiate what means to these players outside of the game on the court.
It's always bigger than basketball. You're always playing for a why, a reason, and just knowing that every single thing that they do, every single thing that they produce on the court matters in such a grand scheme beyond dribbling is beautiful.
Cloud puts the head down. Essence Carson, the theft. Takes a look, thought about feeding, takes it herself. Essence Carson in the starting role for a 2nd straight game for Odyssey Sims. Izzy Harrison is checked in for Natasha Cloud. 12-8, Team Cloud in front. All 4 teams entering the final day, 1-1 records. Bell off the mark from 3.
You know, back to the athlete causes, this is something that Athletes Unlimited has been stressing since day one, like this, or placing emphasis on, rather. It's not stress at all. But from day one, they've made it known that they're going to help the players and help them contribute to their why.
And players are incentivized how they get paid and how they make this a professional living, this 4-week season, not to mention the short training camp and what goes into it. Number 1, their base pay. Number 2, win bonuses, quarter wins, game wins, and then your leaderboard number also contributes to a bonus. Zaya Cook, MVP, won yesterday. Behind the back feed, Ami here does the rest. The Gamecock connection.
Gamecock connection. Zaya said, hey, look at us go yesterday in her chair chat.
Just 1 year of age difference. Zaya 23, Ami here 22. Takeaway for the purple squad. Here's Odyssey. Zips it in to Ruthie Hebert off the fingertips. Now Natasha Cloud darts a fastball and gives it right back.
But Leticia Meher has been utilizing that length, being in the right place, following the ball, stretching, deflecting. It's almost like her limbs are just, you know, right there. It's almost like you're taught for all the right reasons.
She is just scratching the surface of her potential. 8th block of her first AU season. Cook takes the 3. Thought she had it, claps the hands, and hustles back on defense.
But that's something that Odyssey Sims has been emphasizing to her, like, hey, I understand you're gonna miss some shots, but just get back. And so instead of hanging her head low, which we saw a little bit of in week 1, she lets out her frustration and runs right back down the court.
Lexi Hull, the pretty pull-up, 5 points for Hull, who has won 3 MVPs, a couple of MVP ones and losses. Sims with the answer, but from deep. Odyssey shooting 40% from long range this year.
She always has an answer. It's who has an answer for her.
Turnover Team Cloud, 14-13. Reminder, each player on the team that wins the quarter gets 60 points added to their leaderboard score. Taya Cooper is fouled and earns a trip to the line.
And reminder, Isabel Harrison is still getting back right, getting back healthy. So just see her week to week and be monitoring that.
Team Sims, and this is really Odyssey's fingerprints all over the roster the first couple of weeks. Busy at the free throw line. Coming in, Team Sims in their 2 games. 41 of 50 from the line. The 50 attempts jump out. That's that attack the basket mentality.
Yeah, that's what Taya Cooper was telling us yesterday. She loves the fact that there are so many players who play to just attack and go and just drive and not be afraid of the contact. They can draw that. They have the physicality of a champion. I'm saying champion like they'll stay the same team. They will not. They switch teams every single week, my good people.
That is the first lead now of the game for Team Sims with 2.5 remaining in the first. Hall enters Harrison, Bulgak. Same team, Harrison. Floater, nothing but net.
And it's good to see her get in there and grab that board and just go ahead and put that up.
Izzy Harrison, 8 points in her second game of the year. Zaya Cook in attack mode. Lead flips back to Team Sims.
And Natasha Cloud, just make note that she's not in right now. She's observing her team, just trying to figure out what she can draw up to make the keys to their success. And I think that that's really respectable for a captain to just, you know, step outside and say, hey, how can I impact this game when I do check back in? What can I draw up for my team in the next play? A reminder to everyone out there, the captains are serving as the coaches, though they do have facilitators.
Well, and we talked about this last week, and especially as the season goes on. Natasha is a great example of this. Played 40 minutes yesterday. It's the second day of a back-to-back. And you want to be ready for crunch time, second half action, right?
And back-to-backs are not easy. It is taxing on the body to play this much basketball, okay?
And how about the confidence level Cloud has in her teammates to close this quarter? Up 1, 85 seconds remain. Walker turns it over. 3-on-1 is developing. Sims to Cooper.
That was just good fluidity right there.
Brown, the crossover. Attacking. Offensive foul.
Natasha is meeting her team halfway. She's talking to the refs. It's just, she has, she's really arguing her case.
There are certain measurements for coaches' boxes in the pro levels.
Oh, she's passed it.
And college, but it is Athletes Unlimited. The
She
coach's
has now
box,
crossed
the captain's box is unlimited.
Right, doesn't matter because she's a player. So technically she could be on the court, okay? She could technically be on the court, and this is exactly what they're reviewing.
Well, Natasha clearly believes that was not a charge.
Let me see. Her foot was still sliding. She was still in motion. I would say she wasn't planted.
To remind our viewers, the captain's challenge rules. One challenge in the first 38 minutes, and the other challenge can be used in the final 2 minutes. Now, important to note what can be challenged: a foul or an out of bounds. We saw a travel in crunch time by Odyssey Sims yesterday, and she was unaware in the moment that you could not challenge a turnover.
In the very next game, somebody tried to challenge a travel as well. So I'm glad that they are now knowing that that's not allowed. But hey, I love the enthusiasm to try to fight for your team.
And to be clear, a non-foul turnover. Of course, an offensive foul would give possession to the other team. Challenge unsuccessful for Team Cloud. So Team Sims, with a 1-point lead in the quarter, also gets the ball back. 60 points to each player on the team that wins the quarter. Rebecca Harris has checked in at the controls. Odyssey Sims is on the bench. Carson, spin, fall away, rattles in.
So just be mindful that both captains are now on the bench. And so it's just that trust in their team and the vantage point of being able to say, hey, what adjustments can we make next quarter to be our best selves? But Natasha Cloud is very vocal right now, just getting her teammates just very ignited.
Harris couldn't lay it home, tangled up with Team Cloud up the other side, rescued by Walker. Lays it in, Team Cloud by 1 in the frame.
I think Natasha Cloud is ready to really be a coach for real.
Destiny Walker commits a personal foul. They had 1 to give. That was the first foul committed. Check it, second foul, first defensive foul of the quarter.
And I'm okay with that because if I'm Natasha Cloud, I want the defense to be heavy pressure. I want to be able to say, hey, you're not going to blow past us like you thought you were.
And that's the first in the last 2 minutes. So Team Cloud must be careful and play clean defense. Cooper up top. Shot clock and game clock just about even. Screen set by Hebert. Cooper going to work. Puts the ball behind her back. Hebert on the glass. Swatted by Bogak. 1 second, heaved ahead. A quarter win for Team Cloud to get us started on Sunday. The 6th quarter win for Natasha Cloud's squad this weekend. That leads AU. We will step aside. Second quarter coming up. We will hear from the captain of Team Purple, Odyssey Sims. Quarter win for Team Cloud. They just squeaked it out 22-21, end of the first quarter. Let's go into the game now with the Air National Guard team captain, Odyssey Sims.
Oh yeah, it's a good day today. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. How you doing? Good. Thanks. I can give her a hug. Lexi, don't be doing all that yesterday. You had 30. I saw your 30 ball. I saw your 30 ball. I was like, oh, you didn't hear me. I was like, go Lexi, go. I was like, I'm a rooting for. I was like, get another one. Hit another one. I was ready. I was like, oh. Proud of you. Keep balling though.
Lexi Brown had 27, a career high in AU. Odyssey Sims has love for the rest of the athletes here. It is Cause Day on this week 2 Sunday. Odyssey representing One Love Foundation.
Yeah, One Love Foundation their mission is to educate young people about healthy and unhealthy relationships and empower them to avoid abuse, and that is so important. A lot of times when we're growing up, we have these situations where we get in relationships and we settle, and we don't know, we're not equipped with the things we need with self-worth and self-value. And so for her to be able to pair with a cause like this can avoid a lot of dark moments with people.
Lexi Brown's first three. Odyssey, after hearing from her, probably not happy with that, but it speaks to how Odyssey plays.
Yep.
How she just tries to involve others and make sure the well-being of others is in a good place.
She's a mother. Like, I'm a mother. Yeah, she's literally a mother.
That was a good Odyssey impersonation.
It doesn't matter if it's her team, it's her family, or just working with her cause. She wants the best for everybody. And I'm so glad people are realizing this about Odyssey. She's been that girl. She's always going to be the utmost caring individual. And you can tell in the way she leads being a captain. You can tell the way she's a mom. You can tell by the cause that she chose. Just everything about her is just so maternal. And sometimes that includes tough love, too. Don't get it twisted. It's not all rainbows and ponies over here.
Hull down the runway, couldn't finish. Bolgak.
But look how active Letitia Meher has been, just trying to get in the way, trying to crash the glass.
Bell a transition three. Gotta feel good for Kirsten Bell, who has had her struggles from distance. We're just underway here in the second. Team Sims has just tied the quarter thanks to the Bell triple. Hull stop and start with the left. Smooth as silk.
Between her and Natasha on that baseline, just baseline driving has been key for me.
Lexi Hull up to 7. Bolgak leads the way with 9. Sims 3. 5 points in the early going for Odyssey. 3 boards, 2 assists. Good start for her to see some balls go in the basket compared to her starts in the first 2 games on Thursday and yesterday.
Odyssey wanted to place emphasis on momentum. She said she wants to set the tempo for the game. Okay, extra touch.
Sharing is caring on this side by Bell and Cooper.
They said back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and finish. Okay.
Making the defense dizzy.
Right. Like,
you take it. Now you take it.
Right, the pesky defense. And she said, okay, I'll give it to you. Nope, it's yours. You did all the work, and then you drew the foul.
Against an elite defender like Lexi Hull. Second personal committed by Lexi Hull, so she heads to the bench. Experience the excitement of AU Pro Basketball in person here in Dallas. Go to auprosports.com/tickets to get yours today. 2 weeks to go. Make sure you get to the Coliseum.
It's a party in here, right? We're all an AU family right here in the heart of Dallas. Y'all see it when we come back from breaks. Don't you want to join us in those scenes?
Yes. Please stop by the broadcast table, too.
Give us a squeeze, or maybe don't.
Lexi Brown did a great job with the up fake to get Carson up in the air and then attack the basket. Brown at the free throw line, 87% entering today.
It's just
Busy there a few games ago.
so good to see Lexi get her shot back. Like, it's so good to see her have a team that sets it up so she can have that shot. Ooh, come on, defense.
And she spoke to you pregame. You can just tell by her body language and where she's at mentally, in a good place on the court.
I could tell by that stroke when she, you know what I mean?
That too, that
she
helps.
got up a lot of shots before the game. And honestly, I want to see her in a three-point shooting contest at some point.
Amiher's first foul, second committed by Team Sims in the quarter. It's Destiny Walker at the line, who had a limited role in week 1, was Natasha Cloud's teammate on the Orange squad, but making the most of her opportunities, wearing the blue jersey this week. Let's check out the latest up-to-date leaderboard rankings. This is updating in real time, auprosports.com. Also updates in real time. Natasha Cloud with a quarter win, 60 points to help her climb. Alicia Gray over the 3,000 mark. She'll play later tonight. Bulgak up to 5th with her performance so far today.
It just switches so much because it's based on every single thing you do, possession after possession, quarter after quarter. Who's getting MVP?
Amiher's second denial in this first half. Quarters tied up at 8. Team Cloud won the first, 22-21. A turnover, but a whistle. We're going to stay over here.
That entire possession, they were really active in the paint, just trying to deny or call for the ball. And so just knowing that there's post activity like that, that's promising.
Time for a chair chat. We welcome in third-year AU guard out of Tennessee, Mimi Jackson, sitting down with us. Mimi, do you hear us?
Yes.
How you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
I mean, I can share in your conference tournament trauma because NC State just lost, and I know you're a little hurt from last night.
Was this close?
We were this close. But right now we're in today. What's your strategy going into the game? What did Natasha Cloud talk to y'all about when y'all approached pesky Team Sims this morning?
Really just working on trying to contain Odyssey this game, and Zaya Cook, just their guards, you know, they're real quick, so we're trying to contain them, kind of trap Odyssey a little bit here and there, and ice her on certain wings and certain ball screens.
With a team that's so defensively sound and defensively focused, what offensively are y'all trying to bring to this game?
Really just our shooting presence, and then our attacking the rim and playing inside and out. That was going out.
There's the shooting presence.
Yeah, really just playing inside and out and swinging the ball. Like Tosh said, she wanted us to get some, just that one more extra pass and in rhythm shots, good looks.
And that worked well in the win yesterday. 33 baskets, 23 assists.
Lexi Brown was on fire yesterday.
Sure was. What do you made of Lexi this year?
Shooter. You just got to know where she is at all times. I love Lexi's game. She's always moving around, always staying active on the court. Good shot, Tosh. Just always staying active, and she's a great leader. So I just like watching her play. I like learning from her. And yeah, just next shot up. Ooh.
So, you know, today we're talking about your causes. I need to know what you play for.
I'm playing for the Shaquille O'Neal Foundation.
Why'd you choose it? Tell us a little bit about this.
Just to give back to the underdeserved kids. I grew up going to the rec centers and everything around the inner city, so I just want to play for them, and everything that I make, my bonuses, they get it too. So yeah, I'm just playing for the kids.
You know, I love a rec center moment and just knowing that you can be surrounded by playing when you're younger. Do you have any specific memories from when you were younger at the rec centers, and can you share some with us?
I mean, my favorite memory is just growing up playing with all my brothers and all his friends. I grew up playing around all boys, so that's why I am the way I am, just rough and physical. Like I grew up around all men and boys.
Mimi, great stuff. Thanks for stopping by, and best of luck.
Thank y'all.
39-37, Team Sims leading, and a 3-point lead in the quarter. Ty Young has emerged as a starter for Team Cloud. 7 points. Mimi Jackson loves to see it. We'll be right back.
was so early.
I know. I hate going last.
You're so great.
Let's go.
I know. We're here. We're going. Way to stay on the glass.
And Ty also.
3, 1, 2, 3. Wow.
That was a great line.
Thank you. Yeah. Good job. Good D. Got a huge block. Huge block, dude.
Lexi Hull, big on timing in the pregame lineup announcements. I thought that was funny. Lexi Hull with 7 points, has made a 3 assists so far, representing the Humane Society, her cause.
I love that. It's animal protection. And honestly, the well-being of animals. We do not deserve animals, first of all. We need to protect them. So shout out to Lexi Hull for the great cause that she's playing for.
Again,
we protect them all.
Athletes Unlimited matches each player's bonuses. They'll get a share, and so will their cause, 100%. 13 lead changes in this first half, 2 ties. Had 7 of those 13 in the quarter. Cloud the steal, on the loose. Walker inside the arc.
Now that was a good intention with KB and Letitia Amir, but an even better read for Natasha Cloud.
7 players on Team Cloud have scored. No one in double figures. Bulgak on the bench, leading with 9. Bell, 3, got it. Kirsten Bell, 3 for 5 from deep. Entered today just 31% shooting from distance.
She made up her mind before she caught that ball that she was going to shoot it.
Bell feeds Sims. Kirsten Bell with 11 of her 13 in this quarter.
These baseball passes are a testament to the tempo of this game, just back and forth and back and forth.
They can hum them.
It's giving football. Not even baseball, just football.
Emily Engstler has been outspoken that she could possibly play AU softball.
I mean, that's the first thing she told me unprovoked. Like, I was like, Emily, how you doing? You know what, Ari, I want to play AU softball. Okay, all right. They have arms on them. That's a testament to the taking care of your body and working out, okay? Come on, Liz.
Captain against captain. Shot clock to 1 second. Turnover caused by Team Cloud. 14 turnovers combined between the two teams. Even with that miss, Team Sims shooting 52% from the floor and 5 of 11 from deep. 42-37, 2:48 remaining in the first half. Team Sims with a 6-point quarter lead. Looks like the court is being wiped. It's a little wet.
The players are just standing around. Wait, what can you do? What can you do?
Well, based on the style here, not even this weekend, just the entirety of Athletes Unlimited, it's so up and down. There's always something going on when everyone stops and pauses like that.
I like to see which players dance during the breaks like that. They're into it. Shout out to the DJ playing live.
Hall surveys. Harrison drives. Amihir rips it away. Letitia Amihir can bring the rock up the floor.
Yes, she can. Come on, point forward.
5 boards for Amihir, coming off a 14 rebound game, a season best yesterday. A steal by Hull. Athletes Unlimited leader. Brown gives it back.
The Lexis, both offensive threats. Both can shoot from deep. Lexi Brown said, here, Lexi, you can try to take this.
Hull draws the assignment of Sims. Bell, butter. Kirsten Bell in her bag. 15 points in the first half.
I don't think Kirsten Bell ever said, hey, I'm not going to shoot over this person. I think she just loves the opportunity to do that.
Brown, the response.
Nice drive.
We discussed after the draft, Ari, as Bell, that one looked good off the back rim. If Natasha Cloud had the first pick, she would have selected Bell just so Odyssey would not get her on her team again.
You know, Natasha's whole mojo is defense, and that would have been a defensive draft move right there. Natasha, the girl lives in defense now. She said, I will deprive you if I can, honey. I will take it away from you.
Izzy Harrison with a basket inside, 6 points, a balanced score sheet for Team Cloud. 5 players with at least 6 points.
And what is her motto? Everybody eats. That's her goal. So this is exactly what Natasha Cloud wants from her team.
Meanwhile, for Team Sims, Ami here is the 3rd player in double figures. Cloud, chase down rebound by Hull. Under 40 seconds remaining in the half. Team Cloud down by 6 in the quarter. Brown used that pivot foot exceptionally well and drew a whistle.
Got caught up on her teammate a little bit right there, so.
They'll get Ami here for the foul. That's her 2nd. Just like the WNBA, folks watching today on the WNBA app, we're also on KTXA in Texas.
Here,
you get 6 personal fouls, just like the W.
Many ways to watch, many ways to watch. So tell a friend to tell a friend.
Week 2 wraps up tonight at 6 Eastern. Team Tiffany Mitchell opposes Team Alicia Gray. And Gray is #1 on the leaderboard, coming in and still sits there with 3,003 points. Tiffany Mitchell 3rd with about 2,600 points. All 4 teams coming into Sunday with 1-1 game records.
Honestly, slowing it down, just trying to end the quarter on a high.
Offensive foul committed by Ami here. That's her 3rd. And you wonder how that might impact her aggressiveness on the defensive end. Has a couple of blocked shots.
1,000% that was unnecessary. You know, it was an unnecessary foul, especially when there was 2 possessions left of the quarter. So I'm sure she's not going to be too happy with that one.
Cloud zips it out. Hull drives, kick out again. Young. Unselfish play by Team Cloud, but they don't get a shot off.
Brenda, a little too unselfish. Especially an open Lexi Hull like that, you want to take that shot. She can make that shot, and it was perfectly executed right for her to do it. But you know, it is what it is. Halftime, I know Natasha Cloud's gonna gather her team and say, hey, we shouldn't need these bursts of energy from a huddle to get back right. We need to play our own game and maintain our identity, despite what Team Sims is doing.
Average point differential in the 4 games coming in, 3.5, and no surprise, a 3-point game at recess. A quarter win for Team Sims. Halftime coverage with Janae Sims coming up when we return.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited here in Dallas, Texas. It has been a back and forth battle between Team Sims and Team Cloud. Right now, Team Sims has a 3-point lead, 46-43. Here at Athletes Unlimited, we are celebrating Causes Day. And this gives the chance for players to play for something a little bit more to them. They can choose a non-profit organization to give back to at the end of the season. This do this by matching the season win bonus total at the end. Let's hear from some of our athletes about why this program is so important.
The cause program at AU is obviously a big, important aspect of this league, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to come and play, because I think being able to give back to any causes in general is an amazing thing that we can do.
We play pro and we play all over the world, overseas. You're just playing for yourself, but this is more so you're playing for something, for someone else.
There's a whole shut up and dribble movement with LeBron. There's been a lot of things to have athletes stay in their lane, when in reality, we have some of the biggest platforms out there.
Basketball in general is always a sport that I play because I know it's bigger than me, but this specifically being provided by Athletes Unlimited just gives me like an extra fire.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing for just continuing to push the needle forward and really get back to the communities that we care for.
Players are truly playing for what they believe in at Athletes Unlimited. Angel McCoughtry and Tiana Muldrow both play for the K-Yow Fund. And to learn more about the Athlete Causes program, visit auprosports.com/athlete causes. Coming up next, hear about what nonprofit organizations the players chose. Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited here in Dallas, Texas. Team Sims is leading Team Cloud 46-43 at the break. Today is Today we are celebrating Athlete Causes Day. Every athlete plays their season on behalf of a non-profit organization. Some of the amazing organizations that these players have chosen get to benefit from the bonus at the end of the season. Please listen to some of the organizations that our athletes have chosen.
My athlete cause is the Virago Project, which helps athletes balance sports with life.
The cause I'm playing for is the KL Cancer Fund.
I am playing for Special Olympics USA National Team.
My cause is Play Like a Girl.
I'm playing for My Block, My Hood, My City, an organization in Chicago that supports the youth.
My cause is Pancreatic Cancer Action Network.
I'm playing for Gamers Outreach, which provides video games for hospitalized children.
The organization I'm playing for this season is the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Here are a couple of our athletes in the causes they chose. Taj Cole with Shining Stars Sports Academy and Haley Jones, the Women's Sports Foundation. It's another one of those things that makes AU so special and makes it more than just basketball. Stay tuned for more hoops and a recap of our first half with Brendan and Ari.
I'm Technical Sergeant Jalen Vasquez. The Air National Guard motto is always ready, always there. We proudly partner with Athletes Unlimited, who support players who are always ready to compete for the top spot. Now let's find out who climbed their way up the leaderboard rankings to earn the title of the Air National Guard's Mover of the Week.
Lexi Brown is playing some great basketball. She said to me she really loves being on Natasha's team because she knew that she plays her best games under a point guard like Natasha. She said Natasha Cloud gets her confidence sky high and everybody eats with this team. And Lexi, you have been eating, you've been shooting like we know you know how. That three-point shot is lethal. We saw her warming up, and let me tell you, she rarely missed, honey.
Back-to-back 20-point games for Lexi Brown, 9 points, tied atop her team so far. Brendan Glasheen, Ari Chambers, Janae Sims on the sidelines. Well, this first half has been really the theme of all 4 games leading in. Close score, and it's going to come down to some hustle, and that was the theme for both teams.
You know, you mentioned hustle. Let's talk about the fast break points, okay? Team Sims, 17 fast break points. This is the momentum that they were looking forward to going into the game. But Team Cloud, on the other hand, they have had so many chances off of turnovers. The second chance points, I mean, not turnovers, my bad. Second chance points, 15 points, and just been able to crash the glass and just really doing what they do. The three-point shooting on Team Sims, let me tell you, there's so many different three-point threats for them. You have Odyssey Sims that can pull the trigger, Taya Cooper who can pull the trigger, KB, Kirsten Bell who can pull the trigger, Letitia Meher is getting back there and pulling the trigger. There's so many triggers right here.
Get this for Team Sims. They made 5 threes in all of yesterday's game, 5 at halftime. They had 18 fast break points in 40 minutes yesterday, 17 at halftime, with just a 3-point lead because of Team Cloud's tenacity on the glass. That's why we have just a 3-point game heading into the second half here at Fair Park Coliseum.
You know, for them to be running the way they are and just liking to push, and Natasha liking to stop, it's just a funny dichotomy of these two teams right now. I'm looking forward to seeing the pace at which they start the second half and how they're going to, you know, turn it around for themselves. And because I don't think Natasha likes being done. Honestly, Sims team might love to like come out of a deficit, which, you know, that's just because they're capable. But Natasha Cloud said, hey, I'm going to gather this team real quick.
Let's go into the game with Purple Team captain Odyssey Sims.
Yo, stop fouling. We got to stop fouling. LA, she not going to make it over you. Don't touch her. It's okay. Ball don't lie. We're fine. Play ball. I got shooter. Yeah, they got 7 offensive rebounds. 12 defensive. They out rebounding us 19 to 12, yeah. We won that quarter. Good job, y'all.
Well, understandably, Odyssey is noting Meher's foul trouble with 3 fouls in this one. Just 14 fouls overall, though. But Meher's a big piece to anchor the middle and, to Odyssey's point, rebound the basketball.
She said, play clean defense, and grab that ball. Simple method, simple math.
Meher with 5 boards, Bell has 5, and that offensive rebound number for Team Cloud is up to 9. With still a whole half to go. Each team has won a quarter. Natasha Cloud, team captain in the blue jersey, second on the leaderboard at 2,700 points, just about. Odyssey Sims nearing 2,500 points. Brown creates that separation. Second half is underway. Sims up to Cook. Zaya with the airtime. Bell to the rescue.
And that's the second chance points you want to look forward to for Team Sims this quarter as an adjustment. Those O boards, they matter.
Tai Young was solid in that first half, drew a foul.
That is not what Odyssey Sims wanted. That is not what she wanted. I thought that was clean. Letitia Meher got a hand on it, just trying to knock it out, trying to get the ball back in, you know, not to deny. And Odyssey Sims said, hey, we need clean defense.
Possibly a decision here coming up by Odyssey. It seems she's going to hold off on challenging because that's Meher's 4th.
I mean, she's up right now. It's still a lot of time left. You might need to use that challenge later on. So I don't hate the decision to not challenge it, but now it's sad because now Letitia Meher can only afford 1 more foul.
And Team Cloud used their challenge early in the game. That was in the first quarter. You get 1 challenge in the first 38 minutes and a second one inside 2 minutes. It's not like you can use those 2 whenever you want.
Exactly. I think that was a very smart captain/coaching decision on behalf of Odyssey Sims, but now you're missing a really great part of defense on your team.
It's on Ruthie Hebert to be that anchor. Guarding Bolgak. Rises, Adup Bolgak, everything but the finish. Hebert has been serviceable as a reserve center on this team, averaging 7.6 boards. Ty Young at the controls. Cloud playing off the ball. There's Young. Puts it back up and in.
And Team Sims needs to be mindful of those passes. There were a couple risky passes last possession. You want to just play clean basketball. You want to, make sure nothing's forced.
Ty Young is the first member of Team Cloud into double figures with 10 on 4 of 5 shooting. Cook, fadeaway Jay. Cook in the kitchen here in the third.
Cook in the kitchen. Whipping the food.
Zaya with 22 points. Erupted in the fourth quarter. MVP won on Saturday. Bell, 4th three-pointer.
That three-point shooting, I'm telling you, there's so many three-point shooting threats on Team Sims. You never know where it's coming from.
Kirsten Bell, 8th career 20-point game in Athletes Unlimited. Season 3, week 2, coming to a close. Everyone's eyes glued to that leaderboard. Can Cloud answer short? Atash, 3, makes it a 4-point game. How about Cloud drawing the assignment now of Kirsten Bell? Interchangeable parts on Team Cloud defensively. That is a tough finish for Zaya Cook. Heating up.
Heating up. Sometimes it's all you need. Confidence booster coming out at halftime. Just get that right in.
You can't handle that heat. You stay out of that kitchen.
And stay out of the kitchen, honey. But somebody who loves the heat is Kirsten Bell. She does not care about your defense. She said, you know what, I'm going to shoot regardless. But right there, she was open. She saw it. She said, look, this is less traffic than I'm used to anyway. And I know that's going in, the confidence of it all. And her cause is the Shaquille O'Neal Foundation, just like Mimi Jackson. Just really making sure the youth are involved in basketball. The representation is so important with underserved communities, and just knowing how important just the act of play is in the community.
Bell had a good look that time, but falling away from the basket. Yes, while they are representing the same cause, different uniforms this week. That's how the 40 athletes all come together in various ways. Not to mention the fact they could be teammates in future weeks.
1,000%. It could be in 2 days, right? Tomorrow. Not me losing track of days, Brendan.
And that's what's fascinating about week 2. Week 1, we're thinking you're building those calluses, understanding who each other is, third-year players or first-year players. Now you kind of get the feeling of who you might want to team up with or who you despise a couple weeks in.
Right. But you also have a little bit more to play in your hand. You have a little bit more to play in your chess match of sorts. You know people's strengths and weaknesses, and you just, the luck of the draw plays out when you play for that leaderboard to get that top spot, to get exactly who you want, whether it's offensive or defensive. When I'm telling you about drafting, like if Natasha is in that top spot, she can break up Odyssey and KB, you know, that type of GMing behavior.
Ty Young up to 12. Last possession, Essence Carson knocked down the 7th three for Team Sims. They made only 5 on Saturday. Off the toes of Cook, Lexi Brown right up in her grill.
Cook and grill, you're just on a roll right now.
Oh, is that what I said?
Yeah, you said right up in her grill.
Oh. Good catch, Ari.
Good wording, Brendan.
Hall, no. Carson chases it down.
We've seen that before. Somehow Lexi Hall always finds herself open to shoot. It's really impressive.
Well, the luxury of having Cloud run point. And Lexi, we discussed on Thursday entering the week. Hall was a captain last week. And this week, a 7th overall pick, still in the blue jersey. But it's allowed her to settle in and really bring that defensive prowess. Enters today, #1 in AU in steals with 14, the reigning defensive player of the year.
Yep, and Lexi Hall told us her discomfort with being the coach/captain.
And I admire the honesty.
Yeah, like she was just like, you know what? When I was in my head game 1, I didn't know what to expect because it's just a lot of responsibility, but my teammates kept me motivated, kept me uplifted, saying, hey, Lexi, you need to play the game that you know how to play. And once she settled into her identity as a player, the captain behavior sunk in too. So shout out to her for adjusting to different roles that she might not be used to in her other basketball careers.
While she's had those pocket 3 opportunities, 5 assists today for Lexi, which leads Team Cloud. Natasha has 4.
No, Lexi's not very flashy. Lexi Hull is not very flashy in her play, but like she's so effective on every part of the game.
Hoping to make another step in the WNBA, first round pick in 2022 of the Indiana Fever.
Indiana's going to be exciting this season, that's for sure.
Yeah, something's going on with them. #1 pick. I wonder who it might be.
Like somebody might be coming there. Just, you know, it might be a reason why the season tickets doubled.
I got to give it to all the teams, including the Fever, how they have handled their social media presence. It's pretty good. Avoiding the elephant in the room.
Right. The elephant's huge at this point. The deals are drawn, you know.
We're approaching the midway point of the third, a 5-point game overall. Get those hands up, Ari. That ball was coming towards us.
You know what? I was a volleyball player, so if it were to really come towards us, it would be set. It would be set. I was like a
former middle blocker.
I was a middle blocker. I was a very defensive volleyball player. Like, yeah, you know, got a couple kills and stuff like that, but like blocking was my thing.
Yeah, you'd be blocking for me, so I don't get hit.
Absolutely. I got your back. Nothing gets past this brick wall.
Glad you confirmed. Thank you.
The confidence of it all.
Ruthie Hebert draws a foul on this side. Ami here is on the bench with 4 fouls for Team Sims. And for Ruthie Hebert, heads to the line after the Bulgak foul, just her second. The Athlete Causes program, powered by Give Lively, allows athletes to play, in part for the benefit of the nonprofit organization of their choice. At the end of the season, the nonprofit partner will receive a grant matching 100% of the athlete's season win bonus. To learn more about the Athlete Cause program, visit auprosports.com/athletecauses.
When we say it's bigger than ball, it truly is. The way they play can really affect these different nonprofits.
Zaya Cook picks up the foul, her third. Team Sims leading the game in the quarter. We'll come right back to Dallas.
I chose to play for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation because I was recently diagnosed with Crohn's disease, something that I didn't really know anything about. A lot of people don't really know much about it, and there are not very many professional athletes that have it, or at least know that they have it. I'm just excited to bring more awareness to it, hopefully donates for, more research done about it, and show that you can live a very active and healthy lifestyle while dealing with it.
That's Lexi Brown, the PEC chair and third-year Athletes Unlimited vet, who actually, Crohn's and Colitis Foundation hits a little bit differently for her because she's been actually a product of it. She said as she was sick last year, trying to figure it out, it would have helped her heavily to know, like, there are other people in this position. She said it can ruin your quality of life, and you have to find a way to get used to the new normal, to deal with the pain and discomfort. Sometimes she's sitting with her friends just bent over, and they're like, what's wrong with you? Now she can tell them, hey, I have Crohn's. And just knowing that she's a walking example that your life does not have to end because you've been diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder, it's beautiful to watch her being a walking representation of keep going. Literally the theme of keep going. And you can rise right back to yourself.
Love that for Lexi Brown, and it's allowed for her to carry on and represent her path and what she could mean for others. Joining us now from Team Cloud, Ty Young, who leads the team in scoring today with 12. You might have to get back out there pretty soon. You've had quite the day, Ty. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
This is your third year, you're super vet. And how many years have you been playing basketball? Let's not get into that, But this year is different. You're still refreshed. What do you see from yourself, continuing to grow and not leaving the game alone?
I don't see myself continuing to play.
Ty, you're not breaking news right now. Please don't do this. Do not do this. You tried retiring already, okay? Don't do this.
I know, right? But, last year I did the NBA coaching program, so I am looking into getting into coaching. And that'll have me staying around the game, but yeah, after this year I'm probably going to go back into retirement.
Child, please, what brought you back though? You had retired and you said never mind. What brought you back?
Sid is one of my good friends, and with her coming back, she's like, come on, Ty, you got to at least come back for the third season with me. And I was like, you know what, Sid, you're right, I am going to come back. So that's really all it was.
Ty Young last year, AU all-defensive team honors, tied for fourth in steals. See, I'm trying to bring up some of the things that she can still do. She's got to check back into the game. Well, maybe she still wants to play. She still wants to play today. That's safe to say.
Imagine telling us, hey, I'm done with it. I am retiring. But running out of the chair chat to check back into the game that you think that you're done with. You're not done, Ty Young. You're not done.
It's happened to us now a couple times. We get left hanging like that.
The mic drops. I didn't even see it happen. I just saw her run past, and I was like, wasn't she just in a chair?
Well, we figured there was a chance she'd get right back out there, leading the team in scoring today.
I mean, she leads the team in scoring. She leads the league in fashion. It's just Ty Young doing all the things.
Here comes Young, as well as Destiny Walker, Bolgak, and Hull to the bench for Team Cloud. Tied up at 59. Cloud winning the quarter, 16-13.
And how about these close games? Always, it's just so fun to watch. We talked about how close and how much parity there is in this week of play, and it's just been a joy to watch these teams compete every single minute of every single quarter of every single game.
3 members of Team Cloud in the top 10 on the leaderboard. Essence Carson drills a 3 despite getting fouled, a chance for a rare 4-point play.
The energy of it all. The energy of it all. You see, she caught it with confidence, said, I'm gonna shoot it and absorb that contact. This is a shot she can make. She doesn't get all the opportunity to do it, but just knocking it down.
And that assist by Odyssey Sims propels her to 3rd on the leaderboard.
It's astounding to me as we look at the leaderboard that nobody has caught up to Alicia Gray. Goodness gracious.
Natasha Cloud is still 170 points behind.
Alicia Gray is so great at basketball that every night we come in saying she would have to do the bare minimum to not lead.
It's going to take Tiffany Mitchell and company in the orange this week to knock Gray off, and then a couple of quarter wins. I think that's safe to say at this point.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Alicia Gray hasn't experienced a loss until last game, right? And so how does she bounce back? Does she know how to bounce back as a captain?
It'll be fun to watch. Essence Carson ties those shoes tight. Odyssey runs shot.
These tenured players are showing exactly why they have such long careers in basketball.
Another dime for Odyssey, 8th assist. Hebert for 2, first basket for Ruthie Hebert today. Game was tied at 59 and a 6-0 spurt by Odyssey and company. At the midway point of the quarter, Team Sims was already over the limit. And a foul called there on Taya Cooper, just her first, but free throws for Izzy Harrison and Team Cloud.
I like the precedent that it's setting, though. It's setting, hey, we're not going to let you get anything easy. We're going to make you work. We're going to make it hard. We're going to disrupt. We're going to be gritty. We're going to play exactly how Odyssey plays.
Izzy Harrison, 1 for 2 today at the line. Did not play opening weekend, was inactive. Has established herself as an AU superstar with top 6 leaderboard finishes in the first 2 seasons of Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball's existence.
Speaking of Athletes Unlimited superstars, you have Kirsten Bell just knowing how to work the ball. But, you know, great defense by Natasha Cloud. But this is actually her 3rd 20-point game of the season.
They take those off the hands of Young. Walker had a wide open layup. That's the unselfishness of team captain Natasha Cloud. So back-to-back turnovers, 1 on each side. Cloud guard Sims, captain on captain. Natasha Cloud, a 6-time captain. Odyssey, 9-time captain, 7 straight weeks. Crossover 3, drills it! Odyssey's second 3. 9 points, 5 boards, 8 assists for O. And an 8-point lead for Team Sims, the largest lead for them today.
And we have Odyssey Sims just taking control. Reading that, knowing that, hey, I can get the step back and get my space and shoot on over Isabel Harrison.
It's tough to do, right? Izzy at 6'3".
She's so long.
Hebert with productive minutes with Ami here on the bench, servicing her role. Odyssey wants to go to the basket. Cloud is caught for a foul, her second.
That Hezi drive, she's just, I mean, just so aggressive in her pursuit to the basket every single time, every single possession.
Odyssey's squad with a 5-point lead in the quarter, 8-point lead overall. Just the 3rd and 4th free throws for Odyssey Sims coming up here. Let's hear from Odyssey. Essence Carson got all 9 of her teammates to come over and say what's up. They helped her up. Good stuff from the captain. Odyssey Sims knows how to handle all the expectations of a captain. And on this end of the floor, Taya Cooper draws the offensive foul.
It's a lot of traffic that Lexi Brown tried to make work, but Taya Cooper had those feet set, and she said, I'm gonna get in front of it. I know exactly her mojo right now. I'm gonna take that charge.
Team Sims on a 10-1 run, shooting 57% in the game, and their best 3-point output no question, of the weekend, 9 of 16.
Best part about these teams, though, you cannot let up. Despite the runs, Team Cloud can run it back. You saw her catch Odyssey in the half court with the defensive stance and the look of death. So you know she's going to lock in and try to make it work for her team.
And they can do it fast, right? Team Cloud was up 12-2 in the first quarter. Only took 3 minutes.
And you see the tempo that Natasha is trying to set for her team. She said, I'm going to try to make everybody work and catch us back up. You see?
Tai Young, don't hang him up. You got it going on still. 2 for 2 from distance, 15 points to lead the team.
It's just a genuine nerve of her saying, I am past retirement, and then leaving us and then doing that kind of stuff on the court. Come on, Tai.
8 of Tai Young's points in this quarter. Shot clock to 6. Odyssey Sims is called for a carry. She is flabbergasted.
Now the teams will get a chance to catch their breath and make something happen. You see Natasha trying to draw something up for her team.
Odyssey not pleased, says that's the second day in a row. Poked away. Moving on to the next play, Odyssey Sims.
Getting her lick back, honey. Getting her lick back. She said, carry where, it doesn't matter.
Lead back up to 8. Blocked by Hebert. Carson throws it ahead. Cooper.
Just a little too momentous.
Wishes she had that back. Hebert tried to pick it off. Numbers here for Team Cloud. A miscommunication. Brown from way deep. Lexi Brown.
That was far back, but you know she has a sigh of relief because she said, I know I can do that. That's not something out of her norm. She can pull from back there.
Lexi with the flexi. 5-point lead for Team Sims, but a massive shot for Lexi Brown. A quarter win, though, for Team Sims, 25-23. We make the turn for home. Fourth quarter coming your way next. Game 1 of our doubleheader. It's a tight one here in Dallas. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is sponsored by EY. Odyssey Sims having a day, 12 points, 5 boards, 8 assists, 6 steals for Odyssey Sims. She has 6 of her team's 9 steals in this one. Propelled her squad to a third quarter win. 60 points to each member of the purple team. This is just the beginning of today's action. Week 2 wraps up officially tonight at 6 Eastern. Tiffany Mitchell, Alicia Gray. We have ourselves a former Avengers game once again here in Dallas. Mitchell and Gray, the captains, oppose each other. 2 of the top 3 scorers as far as points per game square off, and their leaderboard rankings are listed right there entering today. Janae Sims on the sidelines moments ago was listening in on the Team Cloud huddle. What did we learn, Janae?
They want to have a fourth quarter of dreams. They said it's either break down or stay together. And they really wanted to emphasize staying together, making sure that their communication is on point, and attacking the lanes. They said there was too much individualism, and they want to be together.
I love the unity that Natasha Cloud is calling upon. I also heard her emphatically yell
yes,
around
we are
the lines.
Closest, just for the folks at home to understand, we are closest to the team huddle sideline.
And I felt the passion ooze from her, but she said, basically, to sum it up, Odyssey Sims team is having their way. We've got to stop them from having their way.
Cooper puts Team Sims up 7. All 4 teams made up of 40 world-class athletes had 1-1 records entering today. Lexi Brown is up for the task to bring Team Cloud back.
And that baseline drive has been effective for them.
Yes.
So just continuing to do that, and just if you can break around it to get that little reverse, that's where you want to be.
Well, Lexi's at her best when the 3-point shot is going in and attacking the basket. How does the defense respond? 16 for Lexi to lead Team Cloud.
And both of those are in her bag. That's like her normal game. When you're describing Lexi Brown's game, it's those crafty drives and the 3-point shooting.
Izzy Harrison setting the screen for Brown. Back to Izzy, good offense.
And that's what Natasha Cloud was emphatically yelling in the huddle. Just move the ball around, make sure everybody just plays their game. Just settle in and play your game.
Quarter tied up 4-4. A lot of scoring there in the first minute.
Because you know, Team Cloud wasn't about to be just resting on laurels, honey.
Well, the question for Team Cloud, can they string together some stops? So that's a start. Fourth quarter just underway, and we know the fourth quarter is probably, safe to say, the favorite quarter of Odyssey Sims here in Dallas at Athletes Unlimited, joining us for a chair chat. Odyssey, thanks for being here.
Hold on. Odyssey just called a timeout. She said, what are we doing? Natasha Cloud has really,
I'm gonna come back,
yeah,
y'all.
10 to your team, Odyssey. 10 to your team, babe. This is exactly what Natasha Cloud wanted out of the quarter break. She wanted to reignite her team and just making sure that she got them together and to make a more unified front.
Ooh, goosebumps after that montage. 7-14 Cloud in the quarter. They are within 2. It led to the Team Sims timeout, 75-73 on this Week 2 Sunday. It's Sunday, which means the draft for Week 3 is tomorrow, Monday, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the AU Pro Sports social channels and on the YouTube channel of AU. Where you finish on the leaderboard matters. Odyssey Sims certainly wouldn't mind moving up the ranks. Odyssey, what was the message in that timeout?
I mean, we have a habit of, we'll be up 5, 6, and then we get comfortable. Like you can just see, like, got like today's go on defense, gave up an open 3, gave up a wide open layup. The things that we were doing to help us get up 5 and 6, the things that helped us get up by 5 or 6, we stopped doing it. And that's on the defensive end and offensive end. We just got to take care of the ball and take good shots.
You said you wanted to set the pace for today's game. You wanted to really control the tempo of it. Do you think your team is doing a great job of that?
Right now, I think we're doing good, but we still gotta move it. It's a 2-point game, and we could have easily been up by 10 by now.
Who has jumped out to you? Ami here got into some foul trouble, but Ruthie Hebert has really given you some nice minutes here in the second half.
Yes. She's just playing solid, which I know that playing against her in the league. She's a solid post player. I'm glad to have her on my team. She just does the dirty work. Really, really sweet, great teammate. If you say anything to her, no matter what, she's just gonna give her all.
We mentioned the draft as we came back from break, and you are no stranger to drafting. What does an Odyssey Sims player look like? Who do you look to draft every week?
Now, why would I tell you
so
who I'm going to draft
You know what, you're right.
tomorrow?
Because your counterparts in AU like to play the defense and say, let me snatch it from, snatch it. I love that. You say, keep your cards close. Honey.
Listen, the only thing I can tell you is you just got to watch and stay tuned.
She checked me real quick, Brendan. She said no.
Odyssey, 7 straight weeks as a captain. Do you get sick of the job?
I think at this point, no. I've gotten the hang of it now. It's kind of just second nature at this point.
What has it taught you about yourself? You know, I like to say, like, that's that mother in you, like, you're a mother, right? So what has it taught you about yourself week after week?
Yeah, I gotta go. Okay. I gotta get my team.
That's
I'm gonna come back to you.
That's what it taught you. Go ahead. Get your team, baby. She said, I gotta be available. That's what availability, flexibility.
Sitting 3rd on the leaderboard, which means if it finishes that way, we still have a whole nother game after this with the gold squad and orange squad facing off. 3rd place on the board means you wear the blue jersey as the captain. Odyssey's been in gold and purple this season.
There's a certain sense of pride of wearing that gold jersey, and she's so accustomed to being in that top spot. So right now, it's just how can you make it? And it's looking like Alicia Gray it's almost impossible to touch at this point. But it's not impossible because the win points and the MVP points.
That's what I mean. We talked about this earlier. Tiffany Mitchell in the orange jersey. Tiffany is 4th, which means that would set up Tiffany to be in the purple. Gold, orange, blue, purple. That order is the jersey order based on the leaderboard order. But if Mitchell and company in the orange can beat Alicia Gray, win points, quarter points, and then you have to have a big day, of course, Tiffany Mitchell personally, that might be the only way you can knock off Alicia Gray from the #1 spot. Then, draft order on Monday, purple, blue, orange, gold, then they reverse it. They kick it and reverse it for that snake draft stuff.
I thought you were about to bust out some Missy Elliott. I was ready for it. Brendan has been in his rapping bag lately, and I never know what's going to come out of his mouth. Y'all don't hear it on break, but I'm like, yes, Brendan.
I got high expectations sitting next to you.
Be melodic greatness over here.
Again, there's the latest leaderboard updating in real time. We have it here for you. You can also check it out on auprosports.com. Week number 2, Sunday. And we're tied at 77 as we come up on 6 minutes to go in quarter number 4. Team Cloud is winning this quarter. Odyssey Sims off balance, don't matter.
It never has, she said. In any way I can get it, I'm gonna get it. And I love this captain to captain matchup right here.
Ami here is back in there at center with 4 fouls. This rim attacking here by Team Cloud has put them back on the right track. And Lexi Brown returns to the line. I love what you brought up to the audience earlier, Ari, about how Lexi was really looking forward to the fact that she's going to play with Natasha Cloud as her captain. It's really brought out a lot of the elements of her game.
The exact quote she said to me is, I knew when Natasha drafted me this week, I was gonna eat. And she been eating.
Brown 5 of 5 at the line. Now 6 for 6, even again at 79.
And shout out to those pink shoes she has on, her PEs, and they're especially made for her. So, Lexi, with your bright pink shoes. I love seeing her grow in her career and be able to have the autonomy and like just power to create for herself.
Odyssey contested. Lexi Hull thought she was straight up. How did that go in? Odyssey Sims willing her team to another lead.
Were we her good luck charm? Just talking to us in the huddle? She said, I'm gonna set it by example. I'm gonna show y'all what it takes to finish out a game here. I don't care about the traffic. I don't care about the size. I'm a drive and get the contact like I know how.
4th foul on Lexi Hull.
Odyssey really put down the mic and said, let me gather real quick.
She did. 15 lead changes, 6 ties in this game. Odyssey now 2 of 5 at the free throw line. That is the one area she's come up short today, and that's rare to say in her repertoire. Ami here has the length, guarding Cloud, so she notices that. Goes into Ty Young, 17 in the game.
Ty Young said, I can back you into exactly the place I need you to back into and score right on.
8 boards to go along with the 17 points. Kirsten Bell has had a quiet second half, sitting on 20. Here's Cook with 7. Zaya wraps the ball, flings it. Offensive board of me here. Sims for 3. Way off. Lexi Hull contested that shot well. Even at 81. Lexi Brown, stop and start. Can't catch her.
And she's smiling because that drive every time.
3 straight 20-point games for Lexi Brown.
It's been a week for her. She knew from the second she was drafted by Natasha Cloud she was going to be playing some great basketball.
6 on the timer. Team Cloud has upped the intensity on defense.
Just double teaming Letitia and me here because you know she can work it in the paint and making a stop right there.
Bolgak had an open look. Young's 9th rebound. No look pass to Bolgak. Sweeps in for 2.
Ty Young is about to be Little Miss Double-Double, wanting to retire. She is Little Miss Double-Double. That was her 10th rebound.
Bolgak with consecutive games with a double-double. Ami here draws pressure. Bolgak commits the foul. That is her 3rd. 3:34 to go. Playoff intensity every quarter, every minute, every second, every possession here at Athletes Unlimited.
Just the fearlessness of Letitia and me here. She said, I've been sitting for a while with those 5 fouls. I'm going to make the best use of my minutes. I'm going to try to do the best I can. But again, the leaderboard, Brendan, the leaderboard.
You keep wondering, pondering the question, can someone eventually in this game leapfrog Alicia Gray? Well, a win for Team Cloud would allow Natasha to hop over. You get 180 points for each game you win. Odyssey Sims has climbed into 3rd, and Kirsten Bell at 5, and based on the game she's had, she could be considered for an MVP. She's won 2 of those, but what do you make of this board right now?
It's a fight to the finish. You have 2 very, very headstrong captains that really stack the game and stack the stat sheet, but in the best way possible, because not only are they producing on the court, but they're vocal leaders too. Odyssey Sims, of course, checked out of our huddle to go do work. Not that she doesn't do work every minute of the game, but she said, let me gather real quick. Let me just show y'all the tempo what we need to play with. Let me incorporate my team. Let me just empower, push, run. Doesn't matter the defense. I'm going to make sure that everybody gets touches and just runs the floor and does what we need to do. And we're getting Essence Carson involved, okay? That 4-point play right there. It's she's just such glue for her team. It's been special to watch. She won't tell us what type of player that she drafts, but we can kind of tell what type of player she drafts.
AU Pro Basketball's all-time leader in leaderboard points and stat points, Odyssey Sims, having a day, just one steal shy of matching an AU record, which was set by Dejanay Carrington with 7 steals in a game.
Our Ty Young chair chat was one of that too, because we were talking to her about how she's been in this thing. She's a 3-year AU Pro Basketball vet and hasn't disappointed. She has her double-double for the day. I said Little Miss double-double. This is only her second double-double of her Athletes Unlimited. So she's showing why Sydney Colson giving her that little moment, little piece of advice was great, because she's not done playing basketball. Look at how crafty she's been today and just impacting all parts of the game.
Yeah, we should take some credit for providing more wind at her sails.
Yeah, we sprinkle magic. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Can't get over the balanced scoring by both of these teams. Brown leading Team Cloud with 20. Young has 17. Izzy Harrison, her best game to date, no question, with 14. Kirsten Bell with 20. All 5 players on the floor right now for Team Sims in double figures. Janae Sims on the sideline. What can you tell us?
I got to listen to both huddles, and Team Sims huddle, the point of emphasis was pacing. They said that they are just playing pretty lazy right now and want to pick it up both on defense and on offense. Team Cloud was more focused on the team defense and really stopping Odyssey Sims. They know that she is the firecracker to this whole team, so they really want to stop her.
Well, we've hit on the three-point shooting. Thanks, Janae. 9 threes made for Team Sims. 0 for 3 in this quarter, being outscored 19-11. 2 to shoot for Hull. Bell thought she had it stabbed, but called for a foul.
But you know what? That's the type of intentionality that Odyssey Sims wants. She wants her players to be so active. She hates a passive player. She hates a passive possession. She wants them to be just alert and just setting the tempo that they want for themselves.
If you play passive, you get left behind in Athletes Unlimited, in most cases.
Yeah, dropping gems, Brendan, here. You're right. You're not wrong. You're not right. You're not wrong. I'm sure that's been said in the huddle, because Odyssey is frustrated. She said, hey, let's get it together. This is not what we talked about. But, you know, Team Cloud is spot on in their decision to, like, if we can shut down Odyssey, then that just sets the tone for what we want to do.
Make everybody else beat us.
Yep.
Lexi Hull just became the 6th player for Team Cloud to reach double figures. Bulgak with the strong defense. Cloud in the open court. Brown, she had that grin on her face as if she wanted to fire, but notices 4-point lead, 9-point lead in the quarter.
That's important talk from her bench. They were screaming, you got time, you got time. You don't have to rush these shots. You don't have to make decisions based off of impulse.
Bulgak with her 14th rebound. We're gonna stay over here for now. So we talked about this earlier. Team Sims opted not to challenge an Amihir foul. You get 2 challenges, one in the first 38 minutes and one in the final 2 minutes. So this will be challenge number 1 for Team Sims. They stashed it and it paid off.
That's exactly why you want to hold them. You know, with the overturning of the foul from the Letitia Amihir moment, Odyssey said, hey, like, let's just let it rock in a time that matters, and this is the time that matters. They're down 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, and this is the time where every possession counts, every moment.
You be the judge here, Ari.
I don't know if it's enough to overturn it, though. That's the thing. Let's see.
Again, challenging the out of bounds off the forearm.
I see it, the
perhaps
forearm. I see it, yep. And that's what they were arguing. And they were pretty confident in this. I just want to make sure it's just undeniably you can overturn that. And that's the angle that I don't see it as much.
Right.
But the second one that we saw, it seemed like that, but is it enough to overturn it?
A reminder of the captain's challenge rules, 2 challenges per team. 1 in the first 38 minutes, 1 in the final 2. So Team Sims just used their 38-minute challenge. And again, you can challenge 2 things, personal foul or an out of bounds. And that was an out of bounds, to be very clear. That was not a foul called on Bell. The challenge, and you've heard this word a ton, right? Yep. Conclusive evidence.
Yep.
Whatever's called on the court, they go take a look. If they don't have enough to overturn it, they're going to say inconclusive evidence.
That's the key. It has to be clear cut. You have to have enough evidence to overturn. But hey, if this doesn't work out in their favor, they still, under the 2 minutes, they get another captain's challenge.
Right. Well, it's use it or lose it, right? Might as well give it a shot.
I don't hate it at all.
Those don't carry over, to be very clear. Another nail-biter in AU Pro Hoops here in Dallas, Texas.
The delegation alone proves that it's pretty intense right now. They're really taking the time to see it. Looks like it's going to stand.
There you go, inconclusive evidence reported by crew chief Eric Alick. Good job, partner, you're on top of that one.
I heard him.
What's your challenge record?
Listen, 0-0.
Well, I mean like not the actual challenge, but assessing challenges.
Oh, 1-0. 1-0. I like to let the refs do their thing.
Right there.
Look, I like to let the refs do their thing, and I'll do my thing, okay?
Let's see if Team Cloud can capitalize with the opportunity. Rolls off the iron for Hull.
I love the tee-up, but I was undefeated. 1-0 and still undefeated.
You know what O's thinking. Ball don't lie right there, right?
Yep, yeah.
2:20 left. Ami here takes it strong, but Team Cloud converges for a stop. Bell got it back and banks it in.
And again, that's something they've been wanting to do all game, those second chance points.
Just their 7th and 8th second chance points compared to Team Cloud's 19. Natasha, so smooth in these moments, has it back. The captain, Cloud, 3. Offensive foul, we're going back the other way. What a swing. And that challenge, even though it was not won, teams are now 6 for 14 in captain's challenges this season. It's allowed Team Sims to have some momentum. A stop, though, by Team Cloud on that end. Leading the quarter by 7 and the game by 2. Natasha Cloud, 2nd on the leaderboard. Brown in 6th, Bulgak in 7th. Lexi Brown, rack attack.
Rack attack Brown.
Lexi Brown. A surge in the blue jersey with Cloud as her captain. Bell fires. Almost banked it home.
Now, you know how every quarter counts. Odyssey Sims has won the past 2 quarters, but Team Cloud it's not close right now. 22-13 in the 4th.
Under a minute. Natasha Cloud hangs on to the basketball.
And they're going to win these quarter points. Team Cloud is going to win these quarter points.
Cloud, short. Hull offensive board. Lexi Hull always got the hustle.
She be getting up, okay?
Complete game for Lexi Hull. 12 points, 6 boards, 7 assists, which is a new personal best in AU.
And that's not a foul you want to do right now, not in this moment in time. But look at Lexi Hull, just getting under and active. One thing about her, I can only say activity. She is just an active player and just impacts so many different aspects of the game. And Lexi Hull, the hustle, just being in the right place and just demanding that attention, demanding the ball.
Ami here, 1 for 2 today, in some foul trouble. Did not play most of the third quarter. Trying to make this a 4-point game. Still 2 possessions.
You see how Lexi Hull got a hand on it, and Ty Young ultimately got the rebound, but Lexi Hull is right there down the court.
Lobbed up the floor, and Ami here stepped out of bounds despite picking it off.
I mean, she might be frustrated, but that's a good hustle. She knows that Lexi can just get out and be down the court, so she wanted to disrupt that unfortunate event, stepping out of bounds like that, but the right intention.
Natasha Cloud, ball in her hands. Bell stays low on defense.
This is what she wants, running the clock a little bit.
Well, right now the shot clock and game clock are even, so Team Sims might opt to not make a silly mistake. Hull wants to hold on to the basketball, let that time run.
Smart. That pocket 3 is hers, and she's been there all game, but they wanted the extra time off the clock.
Natasha wants 30 points to her leaderboard score.
Dramatic finish to the possession. Woo. Lexi said, I have a good shot, but they said move the ball around a little bit more. I got a better one.
Natasha Cloud finishes the game 4 of 5 from 3, took the risk to fire the 3-point shot. You lose points if you miss shots. You lose 10, but she just gained 30.
How about the finish? This is exactly what Team Cloud is all about, the extra passes. They might have good shots, but they get a great shot at the end, and what a dramatic finish for Team Cloud. The captain holding it down, making sure everybody eats, and everybody did.
Sure did. 6 players in double figures, Bolgak and Young with double doubles. She soaked every ounce out of her team today. Natasha Cloud improves to 2-1. As a captain, another quarter win for Team Cloud. That is how week 2 concludes for the blue and purple jerseys. Our final score, 93-85. Team Cloud defeats Team Sims. AU Pro Basketball continues tonight, 6 Eastern. Team Mitchell faces Team Gray. Check out where to watch on the website, auprosports.com. For Ari, Janae, Brendan Glasheen, thanks for watching. Talk to you at 6 p.m. here in Dallas.